Whoa, that's it. We're live. Oh boy. She goes, I think you have to open it at the bottom. There is the plus sign. Really? Really? I have to go to like video storage. What's up? Anybody here? No, I don't see anybody. So we got to, oh, here we go. Why would I have to do that? Good morning. Welcome to Banter with Richie B Live.
Near these huts.
Yep.
There's something going on here.
Behind us after. The trees were fucking moving everywhere. Yeah, bro. Goosebumps.
Maddox, you were with me. We looked this way. It was not like this.
Welcome to Banter with Richie B. Yo, what's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's back. Yeah, we've seen it for a while. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. Say hi, Wojo.
Hi, Wojo.
Bigfoot with a fan, and that's what we did. We went out together, and it's like 12 investigations later. He won't leave. Do you know how to get rid of him?
So,
What the hell's going on here? I left you alone for 1 second.
podcast here, sir.
Yeah, I left you alone for 1 second. You take the show over, goddammit. Saying, the best I can think of is tweakers are out in the woods making tree structures. That's what that's what you meant.
You know, it damn sure wasn't a bunch of Boy Scouts. I
Bro,
told you that.
Suddenly go blowing that way.
Right.
You guys don't know. Yeah.
Well, red alert. The producer's here. Bobby Lee.
These millionaires don't know what Prime is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are these lowly people drinking?
You know, something like Dog Man, right? And I have no dog in the fight, so to speak.
I have no pants, so I will not be standing for any.
They beat me to it. As I say, is a pants on, pants off.
These millionaires don't know what Prime is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are these lowly people drinking?
You know, something like Dog Man, right? And I have no dog in the fight, so to speak.
I have no pants, so I will not be standing for any.
They beat me to it. As I say, is a pants on, pants off.
All right, so we're learning about Restream. There's a lot of manual shit to go on. Hello, everybody. Dude, what was that? I got myself all scary and grayed out. I hope everybody don't mind. I was playing around with the studio, trying to figure out things I liked. And can you guys, everybody hear me okay? Because I got my old speaker set up, my old microphone. Can you hear me, Woj?
I can hear you perfectly. Oh,
Yes.
welcome back.
Yeah. It sounds so much better, dude, already, just having my old setup back. And I like the wireless, so when we're showing evidence and stuff, you know, but it's just twangy in the recordings that get uploaded. Drives me nuts. I hate it. I don't know. I've become some weird ass perfectionist. How do I get this thing off? Okay, so we're out of there. Okay. So bear with me because I know Lisa was supposed to, Lisa's in the audience. Hi, Lisa. She was having trouble figuring the whole thing out too. So let me see. We'll just click on these. We'll say hi to everybody. Our boy Sparky's here. I got the nice big prominent stuff across the bottom this time, not those little things, because you deserve more. Welcome to Banter with Richie B Live, baby, from Banter with Richie B Productions. That's right, folks. There's the news of the day. We are freelance. We are solo. We are doing our own thing. We're out here just podcasting, man. Podcasting. Right now, we're airing on YouTube, Twitch, and the Banter with Richie B Facebook page. I am going to be doing like I'll go to my personal Facebook and then announce that I'm doing it and try to get everybody to come over because everybody watches it on the regular one and then I don't see their comments until midnight. You know what I mean? So welcome back, everybody. Welcome. Wait, that was too fast. So obviously this is a test. We're trying to get a hold of all the technology changes and all those different little things going on. Clearly Wojo needs a laptop because that phone ain't cutting it anymore. He's big time now. Somebody tell him that he's reached the big time, please. He doesn't believe me. Let's see. Intro's over 5. Yeah, so that I love what Bobby Lee did with the beginning of the other intro. Just stopped. I don't think she was finished with it. The one with she added Tinsley and took out the other platform people. She put Tinsley in there, which I thought it's a great little touch. So I like that. So I think she's going to continue to add on to that for the opening on Saturday night. So, but she took the video of us, and in the end, the glass breaks. But I don't know how Restream is at playing the videos. They seem to have some issues with it. You know what I mean? Oh, look at Damian Smith's here. What's up, Damian?
What's up, yo?
The new co-host to the Animal Paranormal. What is he calling himself? No, the Animal Expedition Files. Jeez, I got to get used to all these changes. Tomorrow will be a whole month we were off the air. We took a whole month vacation. Ha ha. And I tell you what, a lot of you guys were with me and with us, excuse me, and we had a freaking blast in the woods. Did we not? Have we not had a blast in the woods the last couple months, really? But particularly recently, like yesterday and Friday was just 2 epic investigations out in the woods, and I freaking loved it, man. You know, and we were talking, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Hey, Wojo. Hey, Banterers. Wojo is clear. Here we go. Richie's a little grainy. I know. My shit sucks. I got you. Yep, I try. I don't know. I pay top dollar for this shit. To the point my next podcast is going to be outside in a tent. Here we go. Yeah, that's Sparky. Yeah. And big time upgrade. We want to see more. Ooh. Boy, Kelly Porter is Kelly Porter from the New Hampshire Bigfoot Research Society up there. Bigfoot great again. Up there helping us. We talked with everybody. We said we want to put Bigfoot on the map in the New England area. And speaking of England, whoa! Look at our boy Ben from across the pond, brother. I've been thinking about you a lot, my man. I was going to reach out to you. I know you got crazy busy and your head was blowing up, but I've been watching some good things happen for you. So you deserve it, my man. Tell you that right freaking now. Ass off, man. Following that dream, right? So just for info, Richie, your audio is just behind like 1 second. Maybe a connection issue. Yeah, it's a fucking connection issue, Sparky. An overpaid fucking garbage internet fucking connection fucking issue.
Not a good way to start off 2025 there, Sparky. Get Richie going.
Well, you know, it's, and I appreciate him. Yeah. We need that because it's helping us, right? Because I'm trying to set up this new system. I got all kinds of wires and lights and speakers now. I'm like, feel crowded. I got to try to. So that's what this test is all about. So Saturday night, I am directly connected. Swear to God, directly. You ready?
NASA.
Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, fucking NASA. You're right. Fucking NASA directly over, directly to Verizon's bullshit. Okay? I should have nothing but Elon Musk chiming into my shows. Okay? Seriously, from space rocket. And here I am here, and I'm fucking 1 second behind. You know, it drives you fucking nuts. I'm not angry. I'm not angry because I'm not wearing pants. Jeez. It's like he's an angry little elf. Good. Call me an elf one more time. So Ben, I'd love an update on Parastream, and you know, I know you were building some things up and selling some tickets and getting things going in a bit. So in a sense, so that was good news. I was watching that.
What do you have? Like over 70%, Rich, or something like that?
Yeah, over 70% of the tickets sold to the Paracon, the largest monstrous Paracon in England. Yeah, bloody fool, right? Kick ass, man. Yeah. Oh, he called me an out, you mother. Fucking push your luck, boy. No, so let's see. No, well, this is why we wanted to get going and figure out where we're at. Richie, I've been singing all your praise. Oh, thanks, man. Telling others about all the cool. Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate you guys very much for that. And you know what's cool? You know what the cool part is knowing. Thank you very much, Spocky. Appreciate all you guys. You know what's cool is knowing that you're hanging with the right people, right, Wojo?
Mm.
Right? We're not. You know, you're not sitting there going, "Oh, that fucking dude again." You know, oh, hand hurts, drives me nuts. You know, there's none of that. There's none of that stuff. They're like, well, all we do is talk about how much we love you guys, how much we feel that you're part of the show. We feel that you're part of the boots on the ground investigation team. You know, I get messages from Spocky because he goes back and watches it and picks things apart and says, "Hey, check this part out. I think this might be that." Or amazing. That's the way research should be. And I got to be honest with you. If research was like this all the time, we already would have found Bigfoot. We already would have been friends with Bigfoot. We already would have worked things out with Bigfoot. But because you're all a bunch of fucking asshole researchers most of the time, you know what I mean? Sorry, but about 80%. I saw someone the other day post about where they were. Somebody else chimes in, supposedly, 6,000 followers on Facebook, and goes, "Don't tell him where you are. What the fuck?" Like they were mad at him. That's his choice. He's not a gatekeeper like yourself. Go keep your own gate. Mm-hmm. Hey, Richie, let's see. Your wind. Yeah, wind. Yeah, wind. I love it. Yeah, magic whirly wind. Took that tree and ripped it in three. And then stuck it up in a fucking 10-foot branch in a tree upside down. The only pine tree within 50 feet. Yeah. So if you missed the lives, let's do a little bit about the lives that we've been having. Really big things coming. Bro, we want in. We want in some way. Put me on a screen over in England, me and Wojo, during that Paracon. I told you this last year, and let's do a 20-minute podcast, right? Let's have everybody interact with me on the big screen. Let's ask a few questions. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Tell them you got the premier cryptid investigators from America. And let's talk Bigfoot for 20 minutes. I'll wave goodbye, cheerio, and I'll be on my fucking way, man. Let's go. Let's do something different, man. You're an open-minded dude.
Well, maybe we could add some clips of some of the sounds, maybe some pictures that of the things that we've encountered. And
there's an idea. Maybe you could do a whole scene of Banter with Richie B and Wojo in the woods, and just do like I do on my YouTube, where I do those collage type things. They play music and ba 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 ba, and they're showing prints and bones and running through the woods, right? I'm more thinking of coming over to see you guys and head off into the triangle. Yeah, buddy, you better bring that Diddy oil.
Yeah. But I would say this, though, Rich, like having this little time off, we have met a lot of new people on our lives, which is very big. Which is, the family has been growing since, we haven't been podcasting, which is awesome. And looking forward to more interaction and just more questions and answers. And, oh, wait a minute, I just thought of something.
What?
All right, everybody. Today is the 6th of January, and today is my anniversary of Bigfoot hunting with this character. Today is my first year, full year.
Wojo.
Me and Richie together.
1 year ago.
Battling it out in the woods, wrestling for the big guy. Hey, girl.
Greased up in Speedos. There's a visual for you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That was pretty awesome. What a good time. Uh-oh. Did you freeze?
Did I freeze? No.
Somebody made a noise. Oh, I think someone came in. Oh, executive producer came in. Uh-oh. Everybody hide. Everybody hide. Wojo, hide. Wojo, hide.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
Well, who is it? Some of us are at the merch store buying some new hats.
Who is it, please? Who rings my buzzer? Who is it, please? Hello, Gonzalez.
I heard y'all were going live on Restream for the first time, and I happened to be homesick. Aiden brought back the disease from Canada, so.
Oh, Trudeau came with him?
Yeah.
Too soon?
Oh, Canada.
Good job.
And all that sons of land. Okay, let's go.
I wanted
All right.
to check on my boys and make sure y'all knew what you were doing.
No fucking clue, but thanks, boss. I have no fucking idea what's going on. I'm so confused. There's so much shit happening, and I don't know. My stupid internet and Spocky's yelling at me, and Ben Kettle. Look at Ben came in from England. I don't know how he got in here. You know what I mean? Like, you get Restreaming, like people from over the pond come in. You know, it's crazy. I had StreamYard. I couldn't find anybody. I'm so confused.
Yep.
Well, I never stopped you before. You have no idea what you're doing, but here we are.
That's true. That's true. Oh shit! Happy anniversary for a year of crazy. You got that fucking right.
You
bro.
know that, Gorilla. Boom. That's what we're talking about.
Ben says,
Great.
yes, 1 year ago today, Bobby Lee, that really? You tell me my executive producer doesn't know what she's doing? Where'd she go?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh.
And you know what, Rich? Actually, we should be. You know what,
Where'd
Bobby
you
Lee?
go?
I'm gonna be thanking you because you got sick and you weren't able to go to the trip to Central Mass.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Richie gave me the call just like that.
So she was sick exactly a year apart.
Yep.
I'm an astute researcher, sir. She left for a minute. Maybe she had to throw up. Hang on. Let's take her out. Oh, wait. Is she back?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you back?
here.
Did you throw up?
No, I'm okay right now, but if I do leave and I'm on mute, you know what's happening.
Yeah, I'll take my headphones off and you just throw up for everybody. It's good video. It's good TV.
I'll take it off. Yeah, I'll take it off mute for you.
Yep. It says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Spocky. Appreciate you, brother. Absolutely, man. Look at this legend walked in. Look at him. Huh?
What's up, Vogel?
Yeah, Vogel. Dude, that's one thing we're going to try tonight. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go over to Facebook. We're going to pull up his page for the Cobble Mountain Critter Fest. That's absolutely fucking going nuts. And I'm about to grab a hold of it. You know, like we had talked about. And I'm sorry I took some time off, Mr. Tim, but we are ready to fire that thing up, man. And I'm telling you, man, when we stop promoting stuff, put on your boots, baby. You know what's going on. I'm gonna smash the beans out of that thing. Oh, sorry, is that too? Okay, sorry.
Hey, Andrew.
Quick change subject. Hi, Andy. So I'm gonna pull out. Timmy, are you gonna stay here for a few minutes? And is the mystery brother around? I'm starting to wonder if he actually existed. I think Eric was a ghost, and that Timmy just manifested so we can hang out with him.
Yeah, I think he's more like the Easter Bunny. He's around, but he doesn't exist.
Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal. If everybody doesn't know her, you better get to know her. If you're over on Twitch right now, you got some people over here you better like and subscribe to.
Yep, Sam's Pretty Paranormal. Find her on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Let's everybody welcome everybody from Twitch over here with Banter and Richie B, my co-host Wojo, executive producer Bobby Lee, and all our family on the side. Twitch is a new thing, a new adventure. I got the thumb going. So cool. Let's do a couple of quick announcements. Tim. You know what, Tim? Tim, set up. So you mind coming on screen? We'll go over your Facebook together. Would you guys love to see Tim Vogel?
Come on, Pony Boy, get on here.
How would you not love to see Tim Vogel, dude? Dude's so chill.
Oh,
the one thing I watch him in Animals Opening, right? Animals Opening. They show that part where I go, screw you, Wojo. Remember that part?
Tim
right?
You
see his hands go up? He goes like this, like he just fucking favors you so much, you prick. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to bother me. If you met my father, he didn't like me very much either. So I get used to that treatment. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? Lisa says, happy 1 year to you. Woohoo! But let's see if I can find Tim Vogel and send him. Did I miss anything? No, we just got here at 5 o'clock trying to figure out Restream. We were fucking up the open. Bobby, did you see that opening? It was just a mess. You have to manually take things down? Can't you embed it into the opening?
Yeah, I don't know yet. That's why I was like, I'll hop on, but you beat me to it. I didn't see the opening.
Yeah, it was just I had to like overlay one to the other one, and then you stopped at Mike Tinsley. You're still adding on the countdown one. Am I correct?
Yeah, the countdown one.
Yeah, it just stops abruptly with Tinsley.
Really?
So
Yeah.
pants off, and then all of a sudden it just stops.
Well, you want to see it again?
Oh, was he the last? Well, I took off a piece of it, so that could be why. I'll have to fix it.
All right, I'm doing this for Bobby Lee.
Bigfoot with a fan, and that's what we did. We went out together, and it's like 12 investigations later. He won't leave.
Glitches,
Do you know how to get rid of him?
Awesome.
So,
What the hell's going on here? I left you alone for 1
another
second.
podcast here, sir.
Yeah, I left you alone for 1 second. You take the show over, goddammit. Saying, the best I can think of is tweakers are out in the woods making tree structures. That's what that's what you meant,
You know, it damn sure wasn't a bunch of Boy Scouts. I
bro.
can't
Suddenly go blowing that way.
Right.
You guys will know.
Yeah, pros.
Well, red alert. The producer's here. Bobby Lee.
All around.
These millionaires don't know what Prime is. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
What are these lowly people drinking?
You know, something like Dog Man, right? And I have no dog in the fight, so to speak.
I have no pants, so I will not be standing for any.
He beat me to it. As I say, he's a pants on, pants off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Did it glitch out for you guys too the whole time?
I don't think
Huh?
it glitched. I thought it
No.
was fine.
No, I don't. It didn't
Maybe
glitch.
it's just
I think part of
my
the
amazing
announcement
internet.
why it cuts out shortly, but I can add on and kind of end it out correctly.
Hey, let's see if Ben Kennelly, you still here? And 2 minutes. Bobby Lee, are you allowed to send those invites like that still? Just curious. I'm just asking. You don't have to. I just wondered.
What do you mean allowed?
Never used to send out links to people, the guests to come on the stage and stuff.
Yeah, I just, I have a new Facebook now. Remember, well, my old Facebook is my
Well,
new
you
Facebook,
can still-
so
you
I
can
don't
do-
really have.
Yeah, but you could do it through email, can't you? Can't you? Because you have
If I-
Tim's thing is in our. I'm just curious. I'm just asking. It was fine. So it was just me and my shitty fucking overpriced internet. Okay. Thanks for the good news. Ben, are you still here? Where's Ben? All right, Sparky, shut it. It did some kind of intro. Wow. Did you see Tinsley in the end, Kelly? Ben's still here. The Ben Kennerly from Paris Street made this.
I'm Richie B.
And I'm the Wojo.
Catch us every Saturday night on the Banter with Richie B podcast on Paris Street.
We're on the hunt.
Kelly saw it. Kelly saw it. So the next trick I got to try, I called my buddy today, and can everybody hear me again?
Yep.
Got to use this restream, man. I don't know how to take this. How do you take them down? How does that work?
Top right. Yeah, there you go.
It says hide. Yeah, it's really manual. I don't like that. So what we're gonna do is the RAM now. We're gonna check out the RAM in my computer and see if the RAM's affecting it. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't know much what else to do.
Hey, have
Let's see.
store?
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting there. I was hoping I was gonna. Oh, there's Tim. Tim Vogel's right. Look at it. It's just catching up. It's definitely my internet. Society owner and their tech camera. Let's see. That's Damien, right? I can't see his name. No, that's Sky. Just finished with listening to the audios in case you missed it twice. Yep. tech guy and the butt end of the jokes. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's Wojo's brother, Matt. We just, the other day, we were out in the woods and we had rock clacking, consistent rock clacking off to our right near the huts. And it was just click, clack, click, clack, 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 click, clack, you know, just doing whatever. And it's about 5 minutes long. And right around the 5-minute mark, you hear this long whistle through the woods. And right then and there, the rock clacking stops and never comes back. And as researchers, we're like, wow, I wonder if that was Mama telling Juvie to shut it because humans are here. Kind of a cool theory, you know what I mean? Kind of a cool theory. So, Matt, Tim, I'm going to send you an invite. We'll see how this works with an extra person. I'm sure it won't. I'm sure it won't fuck up or anything. Link is copied. All right. There you go. Wojo, tell them about your life. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So,
Bullshit.
okay. Thank you for listening.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, just going back to the rock clacking and everything, which is, yeah, we're walking towards the huts, and then all of a sudden we just started heard rock clacking just picking up, and it got louder and louder, and we also heard like some sort of a vocal, but we, you know, it's hard because it was windy out. But me and Richie heard that. Then, like, I don't know, maybe like a long 30, 45 seconds that it stopped. Then here comes the whistle. And that's when we just looked at each other. It's like Big Mama saying, hey, you better shut up. These guys are here, which is us. And I'll tell you, we're getting lots of responses, a lot of movement. I mean, our investigations have been second to none lately. And I can't wait for us to continue on this journey, and especially at the Farley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And yesterday was a really big day as far as researching go, having that kind of epiphany, right? And watching that take place and going, hey, we wonder if that was Mama telling them to shut up because we never heard him again. And it was amazing. And I think that mixed in with the tree on the way out that we found 50 foot away from the stump, 10 feet up in the air, and then you found the missing piece. And we sat there as researchers, you know, piecing it in. You know, and if you guys want to go back and watch that again, by the way, I went in and upgraded all the pictures. I got them up to like 720 and up or whatever it is. So it ain't so shitty looking. They had it on. They downloaded it with a 360 pixelation or whatever. So I moved it up to 720, but and it's a little cleaner so you can see it. Yeah, and that footprint. I still got to look at my 3D scan. I haven't even looked at that. But we took the piece, which makes it actually a double break, really, because you get that and then the piece in the middle, right? And we moved it around and made it fit, and then brought it over and made it make sense. And then you stand up that, you know, 25 foot, 30 foot tree tops. I'm being nice, tops, and find it 50 feet away and 10 feet up in the air. That 30 feet doesn't make up for what it was. What I wanted to do was stand it up again and let it just fall so everybody could see it. But I really don't like even doing what we did as far as taking their structures down and moving it around and touching it. You know, the other thing that I noticed more and more so looking back at the videos and pictures, there's no bark on that tree, on that end of the tree at all. Not on any skinny branch, not on the end, nowhere, dude. It is barkless. I'm starting to wonder if that shit's like beef jerky to those dudes. You know what I mean? Like,
Possibility.
that thing was skin naked. But the bottom line is it would have to go up and then over and shoot over that road and land where it did in order to get where it was. And just for us to move it was difficult. I mean, it could be done, but it was difficult. I mean, they had no branches broken, no end, that little skinny end tip like Matt brought up, that if it fell, it would have just blown out, you know. Get the 3D out. Yeah, right. I'll do it. Yeah, and the tree bends and the twists, yes, but it was a great researcher investigation as opposed to waiting for events to happen. You know, we kind of went and looked and did what we do and what we're doing here and the whole reason why we're here, right? So, but while we wait for Timmy, I did send you something in your messenger. If you can click on that link, if you don't mind. You don't have to. I don't want to. It's probably dinner time. I have no idea, but. And this is very impromptu, so I'm looking over at my little screen here. Hang on. So here's this little feature in this. So we got this QR code thing we can do, right?
Hey, I'm gonna leave you two
let's
to your own
see.
devices. I just wanted to check in on you.
All right, we hope you feel better, Miss Bobby Lee. As usual, outstanding work, standing work. Thank you so much for everything you do, and be lost without you. So, but one thing I want to do before you leave, though, just so everybody knows, you know, in the creators world, it's very difficult to do a few things, and one of the things that is very difficult to do, actually, let me hide this for a minute, is get monetized on YouTube. And an even harder thing to do is get monetized on YouTube earlier than their requirements. And I got the email at 9:15 a.m. this morning that through all the hard work of this team, all you guys on the side, that we get to be monetized with YouTube. And that's going to help down the road for the research and purchase things and put gas in the car. So it's a pretty amazing accomplishment. And it certainly couldn't be done without all Bobby Lee's hard work and all these effects and all these things that she does to make it look like a real, actual podcast. Right? Instead of some dude. So thank you. Kudos to you, Bobby Lee. We hope you feel better, and we appreciate you.
And I couldn't have done it without that personality of yours, good or bad.
yeah, it's a fucking mix lately. Just bear with me.
Thanks, Bobby Lee. I have to take the brunt of it, so since you're not here anymore. So
yeah. Stay calm. Stay calm. I'm 53. The estrogen is slowly coming in. We'll be fine. All right. I'll be one of your little girlfriends in no time. Settle down. All right. We love you. Feel better.
All right, take care.
Bye. So yeah, it is very hard to get monetized, and to get, you know, we applied for it at, you know, like a month ago because they offered it to us because we were rising. They said, you know, so they have a Rising Creators program. So if you fall into that window below the main window that they usually go by, then they notice you. And they took notice to us and sent me an email about monetizing. So I sent it to Bobby Lee. She fills out all the legal stuff, and, you know, off it goes. And we haven't heard anything back, so she double checked it and went in and just kind of touched up one of the part of the app. They kind of came back and asked something else, or whatever the case was. But boom, 9:15 this morning, they offered us to get on with their program. So, you know, what that entails is some things, right? I'm making it in a way so they put a wall, basically, an imaginary wall up, right? And you could create stuff and put it behind that wall and have people pay to see it, so to speak, right? And the way I don't want it to affect everybody on the side who's been with us from the beginning, because I'd rather die poor than die friendless, you know, or loved, right? Or not loved, whatever it is. But is what we're going to do, because we have the two cameras with Matt, and having him around is huge. We're going to have that edited 4K version that's going to go behind that wall. That way, everybody on the side can still just be on the side like they usually are, right? The other thing I'm looking into is that my moderators, Sam and D Hoot, that you have, I'm going to try to make it so you're part of the program somehow. I don't know how it works. I'm looking into it. I'm going to give it every effort and just say, you know, they have full access. You know what I mean? So that's the plan. I don't know exactly how YouTube works like that, but I'm going to make every attempt to make that right. So it ain't like we're going away or anything. We just got to figure out what we're going to put behind that wall and offer for everybody to see it, you know, monetarily, so to speak, right? And it's something that you have to do at this point. You know, we have to, you know, reach out for those stars on Facebook and hope somebody hits them. We have to sell our merch, as you see on the side, right? Remember, if you turn on monetize, you got to watch language and stuff. Yeah, I know. I could dumb it down. You know what I mean? We'll make up code words for swears and stuff. It'll be fun. We'll have fun with it. So we'll see how many times I get yelled at. I know there's a warning system, and they already talked to me. I don't know what that was doing. I have to put my pants on, blah, blah, blah. You know, let's just say.
You son of a motherless goat, you farting ice hole. Yeah, we can try to like tone it down.
Yeah, so, well, you know, I'm a loyal guy. You know what I mean? When you live on the streets at 14, loyalty is all you don't have much else. So that's just who who I am now. So, and I've been that way most of my life. So, and you guys sure as fuck earned it. I'll tell you that right now. So here's the QR codes, right? Let's check this out, right? Look at this, you guys. One cool thing I like about Restream that I'm getting used to. Look at this. Banter logo, flex fit, fitted hat. You want that? You just hold up your phone to that QR code, and it's yours. You can literally say, hey, I want to buy having a podcast, and I can pull it up. Boom. Right?
Oh, someone scanned.
Oh, well, thank you.
I just saw that. Someone scanned.
Lisa, put your phone away. Your husband's going to kill you. You got so much of my merch.
Yep.
Banter logo beanie. So anybody out here that golfing is cool, right? Right? You worked on this a little bit. Joe, you had a little something to do with this, right?
Because I got one.
Check it out.
And I got that one too.
Yeah.
These are polo shirts are awesome,
logo,
dude.
Adidas polo. Oh yeah, dude. So cool, right? And the cool thing is I put the logo up in the room, and that's the logo that's on it. So it kind of lets you see what it looks like. You see up top right? That's there permanently, but yeah, pretty cool. And then there's this look at this guy. Got his own t-shirt. Guy's a stud, right? So, and what we'll do is we can take these in and out. So we'll feature different products as we go on.
So
again, I'm not trying to Lisa! No. But it's Mike's birthday coming up.
Yeah.
You know?
It doesn't say who, but I can just see it light up. It's like, oh, Lisa.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. It's a good cause, and you get something that's really cool. So, and things happen, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be something one day. Trust me, because it's kind of taken off on its own. I'm just holding on for the ride. I don't know. I stop sometimes and not have fun, but deal with business, exciting business, but it's still business, right? And then I get to sit here and just shoot the shit with you guys and just enjoy the fuck out of my life. So, let me see. Can I have the chat up? No, I cannot have the chat up at the same time. So if I'm a little paused, that's why. Let's see. I have to wait till next month. I've been called by the wife from. Yeah, dude, I can relate. Trust me. Thank you. No, there's someone else. Thank you. Lisa! No,
Lisa!
right.
Jesus.
God damn it, you got to get us in trouble. Let's see. So you can do compact like that and put it down below the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Classic off to the side. Now, this is Banter Squad. You have one of these shirts, right? Wojo?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Rich, these T-shirts are very good quality T-shirts. I absolutely love it. They fit nice, guys. I'll tell you, these are nice quality shirts.
Yep.
Someone already hit that too. But
Andy!
yeah,
Andy!
and of course,
Andy.
yeah. But I get the trucker hat,
Yep.
which is the mesh.
I love that
which
hat.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get that. I get the fitted hat. This one I have not get yet. The Wojo says, "Boom! I can't believe I got my own T-shirt." But you never know. Maybe down the road, maybe I'll donate a T-shirt to someone. Already got that. Thank you. Maybe I'll donate a T-shirt. Maybe we'll have like a little prize day or something, and from me for a Wojo shirt for you, whoever and we'll figure that out down the road.
I didn't see him. Hang on a minute. Oh, look at this guy. There he is.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, folks, how are you?
Oh, my dude. Good to see your face, brother.
Here we are.
Hope you had a happy and safe New Year, Christmas. Must have been nice up there in the hills, man, and all that happy Christmas shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we had a white Christmas, so it was kind of festive. It was, it was nice.
Yeah, we had a Dustin from the night before that froze to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
What a
we got it
what a
pretty
gift.
cold right now. We went through some fog and some rain and all that crap, and now it's just freezing. And people out on the pond ice fishing today. So
Ooh, nice. Let me. I'm gonna pull this up. No, where am I? Facebook, Rich. So how you been? What have you been up to? Are you still working, or is it a little more quiet for you? Like, what's your deal? What's going on?
no, I'm still working. We just kind of at the camp here, we just have kind of a rhythm right now. It's firewood and getting buildings ready and maintenance and oil changes on tractors and loaders and stuff. Maintenance, big stuff.
Yeah, no, yeah. I figured in
So
the
it's
off
winter
year, like
time. It's
Yeah.
easier to sit around in a heated building, or keep a wood stove going, working on turning wrenches or something.
yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I'm super happy. I like hearing that. You get to keep doing all that's kind of fun stuff. See, I like playing with tractors and the smell of diesel. You know what I mean? I'm into that shit. I love it, man. I know you find that as a surprise from a guy who hugs, but I really do. I do like shit. You know what I mean? Like,
there's the love of diesel smell in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, dude. When I used to own my delivery company, I used to deliver, and we had furniture, and we had like 24-foot box trucks or whatever. And the smell of them all just starting up, and I could sit there. It was like smoking a fatty in the morning. You know what I mean? Just stoned out of your mind just from the diesel. I loved it.
Well, the diesel the first smell would bring me right back to the flight deck. That smell, kind of recognition thing. It brings you right back to the flight deck when we were serving. So.
Yeah, no doubt. I wish I had that. I wish I had that memory. I don't. It just brings me back to like Florida at 4 a.m. when I had to go deliver furniture. But yeah, okay. Enjoy your fucking moment, Vogel.
I know. It's already in the past.
I gotta pull my chat back up. Everybody say hi to Tim Vogel over there. I'm sorry if I'm just trying to get hello, beautiful. Oh, Heidi's here. Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys. So listen, I'm gonna pull up the Vogel Brothers page of what's going on, right? And the call.
Cowboy Mountain Critter Project.
It's too much for me. I'm Italian, and I have problems because we want to make up our own words, as we know. Yeah. It's historical, right?
I think we call that word salad.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell. Yeah, it's word salad. Yep. Spocky says, "Flight deck. Thank you for your service. Hoorah!" And
Sparky.
Yep, Army vet right there. I'm an Army vet. Absolutely, 11 Bravo. Amanda Lombardo is here. From the Spooky Japan podcast. What's happening? Good to see you. Great to have you, everybody here. Mr. Vogel's here. I'm going to pull up your screen, and I just want to go through it because we're going to do this as a weekly thing. And you don't always have to come on and talk about it, but we're going to promote it. And then when you or Eric or both of you can come on. And what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it right now, actually, now that I'm kind of walking up to it. Our show's changing a little bit, right? We've had many, many beautiful interviews, including you and your brother. Absolutely awesome. And I feel it brings us closer to a lot of people. We're friends, you know what I mean? If you needed me for something serious in life, me and Wojo would jump in the truck and head that way. You know what I mean? That's how I truly feel about you guys. And but what we're doing now is we're having a 2-hour show. It's going to be 6 to 8. And we're gonna have segments. So we're gonna have a guest on, depending on the guest schedule. The guest could come in the first hour or the second hour, and that makes it a little more flexible for them, right? So they could be a guest at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Whatever hour doesn't have a guest is going to be dedicated to boots on the ground, Bigfoot investigations, events, sharing stories in the events like you're having you guys come on perhaps and do like a 10-minute part of a segment where we talk just strictly about the Cowboy Mountain Critter Fest, and we really pump it up. We share with everybody the new speakers, all the events, where the money goes, as we talked about, if you've talked about so openly. And we're going to do that. And then once a month, for instance, Lisa Garcia, an integral part to our Boots on the Ground group in the southeastern area as well, is now I want to bring her more into the podcast. And I've asked Lisa to take over our recording program. We have so many amazing recordings, Tim. It's so hard for me to sit here with all my kids and family and life and listen to 75 hours. And I didn't realize that till I started doing it. I'm like, and you look down and the thing says 10 minutes. You're like, oh, shit.
Maybe I can do it in the car.
Yeah, right. But it's just, you really have to focus and concentrate. And I think Lisa's the prime person to take over the recording. So once she does that, she starts filing it. What we'll do is once a month, we're going to have, we'll call it something. I always do, right? Bigfoot Sounds with Lisa Garcia, whatever, recorded sounds, whatever. We'll figure out some name for her segment. And she's going to come on once a month for 30 minutes. And we're going to play the audio and stuff. And we're going to go over it. And we're all going to kind of reminisce when that moment was and what time of day it is. A lot of ones we have literally heavy footfall walking up to the chair and stopping. And it goes doof, doof, doof.
Yeah.
And you can hear the pad. You know it's not Bambi or your coyotes or it is a big dude. And that dude walks up and says, "What do you motherfuckers got for me tonight?" You know what I mean? You could tell he's looking at the fucking buffet we left him. And then he goes to work. And the beautiful thing is you can almost, if you listen as a researcher, you can hear how they work. You can hear him stopping and going. You can hear, he's so patient and so still. And it just stops. And then you hear the crinkling of the zinger wrapper. And he's just sitting there quietly. And you're like, where'd he go? And then like, what, Wojo, 10, 15 minutes later, he's ripping the rest of the zinger packet open. You're like, wait, he sat there for that fucking long?
It's not longer.
And this
I would imagine they got nothing but patience, you know.
But Richie, also, it's like breathing through the nose. Like it doesn't sound like he opens up his mouth or anything. He's like, you can hear him like. I'm like, you can hear him like breathing. Just give it like a quick breath or whatever. It's awesome.
Well, remember when you guys get some clips, if you can isolate the clips or break it down to a shorter segment. We also have another guy down. I don't want to throw him out. I don't want to throw out a name right now. I'm just saying we've got a guy we can send these to, and he's a legit guy, and we take his word seriously. In other words, if you've got howls, whistles, whoops, knocks, any of that stuff. This guy does that kind of thing. He's a linguistics expert. Yeah, and it's in various different areas and things like that. So he's been around this game for a long time. He knows what we're looking for and the reality of, the parameters that he has to work with of what's real, what's not real, what's maybe fabricated. What is in the realm of human vocalization, all those things. And so he's got all this stuff wrapped up, and that's who we would send those portions or those components to and have him analyze. And, it's just another check in the box for research. You're doing your due diligence. And so you got somebody out there that's smarter than us that can go through this stuff analog and analytically or however that works, and he's got it, so he comes back, a yay or a nay or a high probability or a no, and you take it for what it's worth. And like we did with Dr. Meldrum and the casts and the 3D views and stuff like that, sending them off to people who have a little bit more than we have and get some verification, just yay or nay.
Ego is never going to get you to your end goal. I promise you that. Somewhere along the line, you're going to misstep, because when you have the ego, you are solo. It doesn't matter how many friends you have around you. You're probably not going to fucking listen to them. So everything that comes out in your research is going to be you, and you, and that doesn't get you anywhere. And we became better friends with you guys because we reached wilderness. We're not. I wasn't an expert, man. You're the one who told me I held a fucking turd. You know what I mean? Like, you told me I had a porcupine turd in my hand. You know what I mean? Like, I want to.
Hey, between me and you, I won't tell 10 people.
Those pellets, man. He's playing with pellets. Wojo, I got poop on my hand.
Quality programming right there, guys.
And I always carry like
I thought he was pulling out like a pocket full of raisins.
Richie, you need some sanitizer, and he was dousing it all over his hand. Oh man.
So the funny part about that was I called you from the field. I was holding, and like when we talked, and then I had to go all the way back to the truck to wait for the sanitizer. So I was like trying to get it into my pores. But
Because Richie had so much in his hand, I had to take some away from his hand. So
he
I'm
could
like
use
this,
it.
but I'm driving and I couldn't turn the wheel.
Yeah,
Oh,
big
man, that
man.
was funny.
And my point, when there's people out there that have more knowledge and a little more into it than we do, then we should share it with them and try to get some sort of feedback.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
What's that?
See my background just go out?
Yeah.
You're
See
all
my
green.
background just go out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my wall, my green wall. That I actually kind of like it. I might decorate it and fucking leave it like that and not play the background games because none of these fucking apps can hold them. You know what I mean? It's but no, that's case in point, right? Like, you know, I knew I needed to know what that was under that tree, and like when you said what you said, you know, the porcupines tend to make beddings like that, and we know what was in it, and it's definitely a possibility to come along and love that the porcupines do that, and they just lay down and have a free bed made for them. We did find a print close by. We did find some crazy structures close by. That was real. So if you tie it all in, and you know, you if you open your mind and don't be afraid to have the conversation, and just like yesterday, I keep going back to it. It was beautiful group of researchers who stopped, took the time. I believe we literally analyzed something. I did good, Lisa. I said the word. Literally was a problem with me yesterday, most days. And analyzed something that couldn't be explained within the human realm. Something else did that to that tree. And like what Damien said earlier, you know, the inside of the tree, you see it on the video, was like hollowed out. That tree was snapped, man. That thing was gutted. It was very weird. And but that's what I mean. You know, having that, you know, like Wojo, like I said, we're gonna wait for Wojo to come back around because he was off in the distance, and have him be part of it and not be like, I already figured it out, bro. Thanks. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was like, what do you see? And I didn't say nothing. Each researcher I called over, you can ask him. I just said, what do you see?
Yeah.
And they look around. They go, where the hell that? They go, where the hell that tree? Where the hell that tree come from? There's no pine trees that it would fit right here. It was all oak and elm and a huge pine tree. And they're like looking around. They couldn't figure it out. Wojo comes walking up. He goes, there's a stump right there. It was across the road. The stump that he pointed to.
Wow.
It was across the road, an old logging road. It was on the other side. And then right beneath the tree itself was a broken off piece that was laying on the ground that we took and used as a puzzle and made it fit. And it fit both sides. That's research, baby.
That was
right?
the key
Right,
right
Woj?
there.
What were you gonna say?
No, that was the key because when he's yelling for my name, I'm like, I'm hustling over, and he goes, tell me what you're looking at. And I'm looking around, and then obviously I see that tree like broken up, and I'm like, I'm looking at the end. On the angle, it's like it's hollow. I'm like, why is it hollow like that? And then I can see the stump. I go, it's possible it's probably from this stump. But then I looked, you know, where the hollow point is, straight, you know, well, straight down. I looked, I can see, you know, a chunk. And I go, well, there it is right there, Rich. I go, that's part of the tree. And he's like, no. Like, we weren't sure. Yeah. So then thank God, Richie's like, well, how about this? Let's just take it down. So I, you know, picked up the tree, laid it down, and then we just kind of like did it like a CSI. Like we pieced it all together, and we fit it in there. Yep. And then as we brought that piece back to the stump, there were like big chunks around it, around that stump, and we grabbed those pieces and lined it up. And we're like, oh my God, it's like that's a fact right there. It came from this stump.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and we fit it on both sides. So we fit it into the tree that was 10 feet up, and we pulled it down. And I don't usually take them down out of respect, but the top end was skinny like this, and if it wouldn't have reached, by the way, because the tree itself was only 25 to 30 feet tall, and we were the far end of it to the stump was like 70 feet. That the trunk itself was 50 feet from the stump, across the road and up 10 feet in the air. So you know, if I didn't respect them so much, I would restand that tree up and just let it fall that way and see where it landed. But I guarantee you, the very top of that tree would have been like this close to the tree we were standing at. Like it wouldn't have reached. Never mind, flew through the air and, you know, landed perfectly on this little branch, and you know, it was pretty crazy, man. So hey, Brandy, what's happening? How you doing? Good to see you, man. What's that? Well, Richie made Wojo take it down. Because he's the muscle in the group, yeah. Hey, Listen, I broke the little branch it was hanging on,
I
so
couldn't
watch
stop
yourself.
laughing. I'm going, oh, the Bigfoot's watching like this.
Oh yeah, we thought.
But
he was
Richie
gonna
made a
beat
good
our
point
ass.
too, Tim, is that
What's up, animal?
if a hot skipton jumped over, okay, like probably about a good 35, 40 feet, okay, where it's up in the air, well, it's actually kind of like leaning down, but that impact would have shattered that front part of the tree easily because I kind of like pushed it down, and I'm like, ooh,
Yep.
that would have just snapped in half.
Oh, I went over to the end of the tree and just touched it and
Yeah.
it snapped. And not only that, it had a bunch of little branches all around it, man. All little teeny ones. Not one piece of bark on it. Not one pine needle. It was skinned, shiny. It's like they're eating it for beef jerky. Seriously. And they were stuck in the ground, and I went over and just tapped one with my toe, and it snapped. All those, when they landed, would have just blown out all over the ground and become like dust particles.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most of the stuff around it, Tim, there's no scuff marks on the trees at all. What I'm saying is it's like placed. And where some of them were going left to right in between these other trees, like these other structures, you don't see scuff marks. And we filmed that. And it just, trying to make a point on physics that, obviously if that tree comes down like that, it's just going to, make a scar on the bark for maybe like 5 feet or so on
You would
impact.
assume break some branches, leave
Right.
some marks. I agree.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. That one there was pretty significant. I even stepped back when we were leaving and showed everybody that how it had to cross the road, and like Sparky brought up, that it's in the middle of the road is all ice and water, and it's a good distance, and you could just see it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. There's no reason for that tree to be up there. And if it fell across the road and a human moved it, he would have had to move the other 45 ones that were across the road, but he definitely wouldn't have brought it all the way around the tree and then hung it up, because you can't just throw it over, because you would have broken all those branches, because there's a tree here and a tree here that it's sitting on right here. So you had to go around this way and drag it and then stick it up. It's fucking nuts. And it hit me when I walked by. I was looking at it, go, man, that thing is bare. There's no bark. And then I started looking around. I'm going, oak, elm, oak, elm, oak, elm, 100-year-old pine. I'm like, there's just no. It was this fat. There's no way. It's not a branch.
That's crazy.
It was nuts. And just most people just stroll by it, but our group sat there and analyzed it, and we feel that we've gotten a little bit more. For me, how much closer can you get to proving anything factual with a structure?
Keep going, because
Right.
you guys got activity. I mean, you're there all the time. You can see the changes. I mean, they're right there. You know when you walk past areas. Something you don't notice everything all the time, but you notice bigger stuff like tree horizontal floaters and things like. You notice bigger things like that. So. Being familiar with your woods and having the opportunity to, be real close to investigate it, that's key. That's awesome. Just so you can see frequency and consistency, things like that. And you can track it, and really
and we do.
Keeping good records, giving, was it Lisa, the listening logs?
Yeah.
Recording logs, having, that's all kinds of work. I mean, it's just all kinds of work. So you divvy that up and you give it to different people, let them all do their part, and it makes it makes a team is what it does. That's what it's going to do.
Well, a good team, and the team's evolving, and that's the beautiful part. Because I'm over here myself going, okay, like, all right, who would be best for this, and who would be best for that? And thank God, my whole background in life was upper management or a business owner. You know what I mean? So delegation was my thing, and whatever they do down there, out in the field or wherever, it reflects on you. So you have to make sure you get it right. But I've always been, one of my strong suits was delegation. So Wojo being my co-host, his brother working the tech stuff, now Lisa with the recording stuff, and you only can hope when you're doing this. You're like, oh shit, I got this. Trust me, there's been a few swings and misses. But, when you get them, and you got the right one, it just makes everything so much more professional, so much more easy. And, just so much more thorough. Because we got to be thorough, right? You know this. We got to be thorough doing this. You can't play games, man. We got into brown bags and containers and rubber gloves now. And, you know, I didn't have any of that when I was out in my backyard going, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? It just didn't, it wasn't happening like
It
that,
does.
you
It
know?
sounds funny. They're holding us to a higher standard, so to speak. You know, here we have a bunch of whack jobs out in the woods looking for unicorns. We got rubber gloves and paper bags, right? And the reality of that's so far from the truth. We're actually out researching stuff that we know is out there. We're just trying to find more evidence. And in order to do that and be taken seriously, you've got to have a protocol. Otherwise, it's just you know, throw them in with a lump them in with the rest of them, and that's what separates you. You know, you're going to do the boots on the ground, do the due diligence, record, take the pictures, you know, journal, whatever it's going to take to make that research, you know, continue and add on until you find something.
Yeah.
And that's how it'll do it. And then you'll have the backup to prove it. You know, we were out these days and this is what we had, and these recordings match with this here. And, you know, it's just evidentiary support is all it is.
So, Tim, the country store, you guys have a Dropbox. You want to talk about that?
The Dropbox, yeah, that's turned out to be a real fun local thing. All the little towns out here is going to get one. They'll all be designated Bigfoot reporting centers for the Cobble Mountain Critter Project.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, these guys up in Beckett are really cool. They were the first people we asked. We started developing a relationship with those guys, and we did a lot of. We've done a half a dozen sit and meet and greets kind of thing. Locals come in. You know, it's just a small country store, and that's it. You know, you walk through the doors. Cashier, there's, you know, it's a little country store is what it is. And the locals will come in and, you know, they take a look at our tracks, and that's what, you know, brings them to the table and starts the conversation. And then from there it's, oh, you know, well, by the way, when I, you know, this here or that, oh, this guy here, and then the stories just come in, and we've gotten a ton of stories and reports. We could call them reports. They weren't actually reports because they never actually made them out to any group or somebody that would listen. So now they're sharing their information with us, and it's going around locally. You know, the Cobble Mountain Critters starting to build a local legend around here. I mean, it's already a local lore. You know, the critters around here. That's a given. But to take it out into the community the way we're doing it, it's just been a lot of fun. We've done a ton of the library shows, talks. We're going to do a couple of beer and Bigfoot burgers, things like that. You know, stuff like that, just to keep getting it out there, keep letting people know that there's an avenue. You know, it sounds funny, we're going to go talk Bigfoot, but they really do have a question for you, you know, or they have a story for you. We show up, there's 40, 50, 60, 80 people at these libraries.
That's crazy.
And so there's definitely interest in every community that we've been in, you know, and these people don't go to, you know, big groups and sign up and do reports and things like that. This is coffee table talk, and that's it, you know, or you're talking with your buddy and while you're driving, and then he calls you wacky, and that's the extent of you're talking about it, you know. You know, you're this closet footer and you just got all these questions, and we show up and say, hey, give us your story. You know, we'll actually listen and not laugh. Well, maybe, but we'll listen.
Yeah. Listen, I think it's out of the box, no pun intended. Or maybe it was, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's something that, you know, the nooks and crannies like that are huge. And if everybody did the nooks and crannies, think about it. If everybody did the nooks, there's so many more answers. It would be such more of an open discussion. And once you have that open discussion, man, you know, then that information stuff flow. You know, get away from them gatekeepers. Nobody needs gatekeepers. You know what I mean? You don't need to keep the gate. It's not about you, man. It's not about you. Listen, even if you're the one who discovers Bigfoot, you're probably not going to get millions and millions of dollars, to be honest with you. You're probably going to get harassed until you can't stand it no more and jump off a cliff. So just relax with that shit. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Hello, Elder. Don't worry about that. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. We appreciate whenever you can get here. No rush, no worries. It was very impromptu. We're testing out technology. As you can see behind me, it's working great. A green wall now and no background. It won't let me
green too.
Yeah, it won't let me put anything back up. So whatever. She was on my shoulder while we had to throw it. It was like Shaggy and Scooby. Like, oh, okay. Is that what you did? Is that what you did with the tree? You and your brother, man. He runs around like it's some kind of like AOL chat back in the 80s.
I thought that was Ron for a second. I think him and Ron should meet up sometime.
That would be good, right? No, it would no. That we had a lot of Friday was crazy with the rocks going into the water. The big boulders. That distinct.
Yeah, Henry was talking about that.
Oh yeah, that distinct like bloop. You know what I mean? It wasn't like slap, splash. It was blue. You hit splash. You had 3 sounds. So you have the splash, the bloop of the weight going down, blue, with all the water and bubbles coming up, and then the bigger splash from whatever was thrown in.
It's just the weight.
I just stepped onto a log to go beyond it down this trail that runs along the river that I've been walking down, and I'm sitting on this log on a hill. So I was trying to get to that spot away from everybody and just sit in the dock alone. So as soon as my foot hit that log, this is the other significance of it to me, and probably yourself, I went to step on that log and boom, all hell broke loose. I jumped back, man. I was like, Wojo, save me. You know what I mean? Like
he crashes into me because I'm right behind him because he's got my thermal, and I'm filming trying to look at the thermal, and then as he's ready to cross over, kaboosh! I'm like, it would just like crash into each other. Like, what the heck was that? But
yeah, and we went back in the daylight and we were looking for beaver activity, even though we knew it wasn't a beaver. We're still looking for it. We're still going back to try to eliminate that, to make sure that's not part of the discussion. There's nothing along the banks. There's no housing. Up in the woods, there's trees. We know there's some little bit of beaver activity. It's not a lot in this area. I've been in an area in the Hockomock Swamp where there's trees this big that are chewed down and just dropped.
Oh yeah,
from beavers.
I just saw one drop that was a huge cherry tree, about 3 feet, 4 feet around.
Oh,
and they dropped it. Looked like a little hourglass.
Yep. And I've seen them all over, man. I've seen them over by the Skim Milk Bridge where I did an investigation with Phil. That's the area there that we had. We found all those big trees, hardwood. They love that hardwood, and it just dropped them. But there was nothing like that in a sense here. There were some smaller ones. And you can look along the banks to see if they were kind of burrowed in. And usually when they're burrowed in, they have that little house on the outside. You can kind of make out there was none of that shit going on.
There's definitely a tone difference.
Yes.
With a rock throwing in the water and a beaver slap or a paddle slap or a hand slap. There's definitely a difference. There's that thud, the whole depth, tone, volume. All plays into it, and it's definitely, you can certainly hear the difference. I live right here in a pond. I just trapped 8 beavers. I don't know how popular that is, but one of them was 65 pounds. All right, full length of my tailgate on an F-350, and 65-pound beaver. Why? Because there was no pressure and no stress. This thing was living large, and it was living large, but too many came into the area. You start getting up to a dozen beavers in a small pond, and you get giardia. And in the summer when you get low flow and beavers go into their potty in the water, bacteria counts come up. Summer heat comes up, bacteria count comes up. The only solution to pollution is dilution. So you got to have rain to move it out,
right?
Or you get rid of the problem, and that was the beavers. So we trapped the beavers, and I would sit here and listen to them every night. And there's certain values to their tones and beaver slaps and things like that. My point was when this 65-pound beaver would slap his tail, it would still sound like a beaver slap, just a lot louder. That's all.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
It wasn't a rock.
And I've heard one of those before when I was hunting up in Whitefield, New Hampshire. And I was telling Rich that, and thank God Rich helped me. It's the surface slap that they do. It's like a loud slap, but it's not. This had weight, but it also had trajectory that it just came like straight up and straight down. So there was the different sounds of weight impacting that water straight on as it's going down. That pressure of the water, whoosh, like that, coming back, and 4 of them all in the all in that similar spot. Yeah, it was just unreal. The energy was just, we were on high alert.
Eric and I at Felton Pond, where we got that track.
Yep.
And we already had an experience with Bigfoot a number of times. There's a number of people with Bigfoot experiences right there at Felton Pond. So Eric and I went into Felton one evening, actually. He's kind of dusk. We were going to go fishing. So I got a lightweight Winona canoe, a Kevlar. So we throw it over my head, and I'm carrying it in. Eric's got the gear. We put the boat in the water. That's a good little hike from that parking area to, it's not a far place, but a half mile or so, probably, to the water from the parking. And you get out there, throw the boat in the water, and we're the only ones there. And this rock, people were telling me it's a beaver slab. I was just like, no way.
Right.
This rock, we were in the water, in the canoe, in the middle of the pond, and this thing was, probably 30 feet from us when it landed in the water, halfway out in the pond. It was just, and there was nothing there. There was nothing there. There's no beaver. There were beavers, but that was not a beaver. It's simple as that.
Right.
Beavers don't jump like 20 feet away from the shoreline into the water to make that sound. That was my point. It's not like you're just swimming there and slap here and a slap over there. I mean, it's like I said.
Well, I think like the comment I left up is what Sparky says, that the bloop was odd because there was no big splash on the way in. It was just contact with the water, then the bloop, and then the splash. So that's what I was saying. Trying to say that you had 3 different sounds. You had it hitting the water, blooping down to the bottom, and then the back spray of the huge splash come up. And it was just like, and you could tell the way it was kind of put 1, 2, 3, 4, like it was kind of like, there's more of us here than you think, buddy. You could tell it was some kind of a strategy for them. You know what I mean? To where I just didn't. That bloop is what sold me on everything. That's what made me jump back, because when I hear this, if I heard that tail slap, I've heard it before. I've even heard them jump into the water, and the big ones, and they don't sound like that. They'll scare you, but they don't make that bloop sound. They make a splash sound like someone's doing a cannonball around you. You know what I mean? So, I think Sparky, the way he described it, was probably best, that you have that contact with the water, the heavy bloop, and then the big splash. And it was pretty nuts. It was like they were dropping bombs on us.
What do you think, Rich? Like every 30 seconds maybe, or every 20 seconds?
The first 2 came quick.
Yeah.
Then there was a long delay.
Yeah.
Then there was one, and then like a 30-second delay. So the first 2 were like boom, boom. Yeah. Silence to see if that worked, and then these idiots stood there. You know what I mean? Like, where you at, buddy? And they were like, well, these guys are slow. Whee! You know what I mean? And just started chucking some more shit to get rid of us. So then they could have a lot of slapping. Yeah, a whole bunch of slap going on. Yep, it's true. It was pretty crazy. So, so that was a pretty intense thing. I've never had that experience. We have a member of ours that has had the rocks experience, but that's all right. Don't help yourself. We don't care. Depends on how big the beaver is. Well, let's just put it this way. There's a bald one running around somewhere. I showed him. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let's bring this creation up. Oop, there it is. Where are you guys at? Oh, I see you down bottom. Oh, wait, how do I get that set up? Let me try this setup. Oh, there we go. Is that better?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Oh, you know what? Let me do this too. Hang on. I'm working on things. Act like I've never done this before. All right, cool. So I'm on my screen over here. So here we go, guys. This is the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. This is one of the co-founders, Tim, and his brother Eric, doing this together. I think, Tim, in your best words, what is the main reason for this? So you could say you're probably better than what I would say. I know the reason, but I'd rather have you say it if you don't mind.
The Cobble Mountain Critter Festival started simply we're trying to raise funds to fund outdoor education for youth programs. The money will go to sending kids to give them a camp experience, a summer camp experience. It could pay for equipment. It could pay for permitting. It could pay for gear. It could pay for conservation projects, small conservation projects in the community. And then there's the, like Arbor Day, planting trees. When I was a kid, 5th and 5th grade, everybody in the 5th grade got a tree to take home and go plant. I almost never see that today.
Right.
So we're trying to, we'll buy trees. We're going into the schools around the Cobble Mountain Reservoir with a Cobble Mountain Critter Day. And that'll be a outdoor education, kind of fun day outdoors, pizza, ice cream, soda, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
A day of outdoor education, learn the 7 principles of leave no trace, how to interact with the outdoors, things like that. So that's what the funding will go for in the end. It will fund different outdoor youth education projects, things like that. There's been people asking us to go more into adult education as well, giving them the same fun or the same skill sets as we do with the youth. You'd say, geez, I would do that class if you offered it. So
Right.
we're considering that as well. There's a lot of folks, that don't have that set of skill sets, be it basic survival, first aid, compass, any of that stuff. And they're interested in getting it. And, for us for me as an outdoor educator, and have been for the last 25 years, if you're going to be involved in the outdoors in the way that we are, you should be where you're engaging in activities, an hour into the woods, things like that, past our golden hour where a medical group can get to you, take care of you, get you back to a hospital. You should have certain skills that will enable you to survive the night. You go out there tonight and you're out there messing around, or one of you forget something and you're going to go back and get it. And it was just, I'm just going to go back and get it. And you don't have your backpack, none of the 10 essentials, none of that. And you fall down, break your leg or something stupid, and now you're out there in relatively close proximity to survival or help, but you got nowhere to communicate. Didn't tell nobody where to go. Don't have the skill sets to make a fire. Don't have the equipment, blah, blah, blah. The snowball gets bigger, and result is you get bad results. So, the Cobble Mountain Critter Project is in that outdoor education realm. That's what we do. We just may expand it a little more with, the youth outdoor and the adult education and stuff like that.
Love it, man.
But with the festival is the vehicle to move the that kind of programming, and we're using Bigfoot, the Cobble Mountain Critter, to do it. The speakers, as you guys know, you're going to be one of them. We'll have the speakers. We got a dozen speakers, all from New England, and they're all current active speakers. Are they're current active researchers and investigators. They're not so much, public speakers and things like that. These guys are boots on the ground, getting their hands dirty, doing it. And those are the people that are going to come to the festival and talk to our crowd. These guys are hands-on, getting their hands dirty, freezing their butts off in the woods to get the information to bring back and do what we do. So that's what the festival is going to do. It's also, obviously, I'm big on the Bigfoot end of things, but it's also paranormal, UFO, and anything kind of weird like that. That's just what this festival is going to bring. And we've got somebody to cover everybody. Jean Tewksbury's coming down, and she's going to be covering mountain lions. I think that's a topic a lot of us talk about, think about. I know here in New England, we all say, "Oh yeah, they're here. We see them. I've seen it. I know they're here." But Jean kind of taking the ball in New England and running forefront with it, and she's got some good information. She's a great speaker. She's dialed into her topic, and her past working with Lauren Coleman at the cryptid or the cryptozoology museum as one of their, I don't know if the curator or right-hand man kind of position it was. She's dialed in. She knows what she's talking about, and she's a wealth of information. And we're happy to have her. We're going to be talking, wild mountain lions in New England. And who better not to do that but with Gene, who's got all the information,
Well, that's that's one of the things I've been meaning to reach out to Jean, but we had taken some time off. I want to have her on our show, and one of the ways I want to approach my interview with Jean, as somebody who does interviews, you do got to think of these things. I really want to approach her in the research angle, like the process of researching. Because we need to know more of that, even as Bigfoot researchers, right? Here's someone that's doing it in a professional manner. For a very long time and a wide, vast variety, of as far as contents go, right? Go to her and say, hey, is bagging it this way best? Should I use this to bag it? Should I put it in this type of container? That type of stuff. That's the conversation I'm dying to have with Gene Tewksbury, because to me, that's a professional researcher who's had to research things and grab, evidence from something that they know exists. And to be able to compare to what does exist is different than what we're doing, yet the researching aspect of it is exactly the same. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's very important. So I'm going to definitely reach out to Jean and hopefully have her on, obviously, before the festival and talk about the festival. I might even start picking people off right out of that thing and just having it here, because when you started this thing, you originally talked about us as a sponsor of yours and someone that was to promote it and stuff like that. It's something that I find near and dear to my heart. I got a lot of kids, and I hate them in front of the screen. I want to get them outside. Max is out doing investigations with me at 14. I want him out in the woods. I want him to see different things. I want him to get curious. I want him, when I'm gone, to have something to go, oh, my dad used to do this with me, and go out in the woods and do it. I didn't have those things, so it's very important to me to have that. So this type of thing's right up the alley. So I definitely would love, as we go on, when we do some more of these little promos for you, is talk about like the lodging and things like that, because I got to know my own damn lodging. I plan on staying from Friday to Sunday, bro. So
you guys will be staying in the Manor House. It's a huge old Adirondack style stone post beam. I think I've sent some pictures of it. You guys might have seen it when you were here. It's a beautiful lodge. It's basic. It's early 1900s, late 1800s built, so there's not a lot of pizzazz about it. They're old rooms. It's old woodwork. It's plastered, lath, beams, post beam, stone, fireplaces, that kind of thing. So we've got that building, and then there's the training lodge, and the training lodge is you remember this is a camp. So, when you got groups in here, you go into one room, you might have 5 bunk beds or something. Our situation will be, you'll get a bed, you use the bunk for your gear and your stow and whatnot. We don't have drawers, and it's not a hotel, it's a camp. And that's what we've got. So it'll be warm. There'll be a kitchen there in the training lodge, bathrooms, all that good stuff right there for the speakers. So all the speakers are taken care of in that regard. They've got a place to hang their hat, safe, and do their speech or talks right from the back porch of the Manor House right there.
Awesome.
There'll be food vendors. There'll be our dining hall will be open. We'll be doing hamburgers, hot dogs, fair food, that kind of stuff. Vendors, as you all know, it's whoever shows up. It's an eclectic group of. We got Steve, who does the candles. I'm drawing a blank.
Barnard.
Yeah, Steve Barnard. And and then we'll have maybe the Granville Saw Company, the Granville Sawmill, having a spot to the Russell Police Department. And then everybody in between.
Awesome.
So we cover everybody, and even with our the speakers, Matt Monet's UFOs and drones. I mean, this guy's dialed in with it. He's the guy to be talking to. And right now, what's the atmosphere and what's the current events? Drones, UFOs. So Matt's right there. Excited to get some more information from Matt. I'll have him on his bio up pretty soon, and he'll be out there as well. So he'll be coming in. You guys all have time slots. When you go to the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival page, you can find down, you'll see one of our links. It'll say, our pages, our tickets to our show is the Eventbrite. And you can click on that link, and the Eventbrite page will show up, and you'll be able to buy tickets right there. There's parking. There's general admission. Kids under 12 free. What else was there? Park and then camping. We have camping. I got about 100. I've got 130 spots left for camping. Now that means you get a 10 by 10 wall tent, 10 by 10, a cot with a mattress. You supply your own sleeping bag, whatever you're going to sleep in, and then there's a shower house, so there's showers provided as well. So you can come in on a Friday. The event is on Saturday, but if you want to camp, you can come in on Saturday, pre-event, set up, watch the event being set up, go do your thing, campfire, and then Saturday we'll have the event, and then Sunday everybody's out by noon.
That's cool.
Awesome. So my intentions of coming on Friday is to be extra hands, you know what I mean, to get in there and work and help you guys out. You know what I mean? That's my intention. I don't know what Wojo's plans are, but that's what I already told my family. That's what's happening. Friday, I'm going up there, parking my van, and that's it. I won't see you till Sunday, late afternoon or whatever. Because I plan on helping you guys out, working, cleaning, whatever we got to do. You know what I mean?
No, it should go fairly smooth, I hope. No.
Tim, do you want me to tell Rich?
Sure.
Yeah, Rich, congratulations. Tim and Eric, they have you as the head counselor of showing the kids how to start a fire.
Oh, yeah. Fire extraordinary.
Eric's like doing this stuff. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be appropriate for me to be in that position, blowing a fire like I was?
Rich has got a torch and gasoline. This is how we do it.
Come on. I got this, kid.
We'll have the beekeeper read you a way, a play-by-play on how to do it.
Oh my God, you guys, the beekeeper. How you find any bees yet? Fucking bizarre. What a bizarre world we were in that night, huh? I tell you. That was amazing. It's one of the great memories in my Bigfooting world and my Bigfooting experiences that I've had. It's just unbelievable. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna save this page because I want you to come back and I'm gonna pick it apart about your speakers.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you can't make it, have Eric come. And if neither one of you can make it, we can handle it just fine. I'll pick right through it. I'm going to dedicate time on each show to do it and build it up. And I'm going to try to invite as many of the speakers onto my show between here and June and have them come and talk. And that way everybody get a little taste of them, but not everything. You know what I mean? So they're not killing your oh, I already heard him. I don't need to go there now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that type of thing. So there's a very fine balance with what I do and what we do. So I think it'll be huge for everybody. This is what I want you guys to do. I know you guys are having a great time over there with your old man beaver jokes on the side, which I loved. I'm glad they're having a lot of fun. I love that. So what I want you to do, I want everybody on the side. Is the last beaver joke over here?
Probably not.
Oh, wait. Henry's as serious as they are. So he's like, they're telling beaver jokes, and Henry's like, I saw fire building in the
Awesome. Henry can go. Henry can go. There you go.
I fucking love Henry. I love you, Henry.
So
no, I want you guys. Yeah, absolutely. So I want everybody to go over to the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. There's 230 followers right now.
Get them up there. 230,
and I guarantee you a bunch of them are actually going to be there. All right. I know boots on the ground is going to be strong and present. So, and one of them's a vendor, and we're Lisa and hopefully Matt. And I'm not speaking for them. I'm just saying, I'd love Andy. Big Andy's not far from you. Actually, Big Andy's not far from you at all. What's that?
I said they're being voluntold.
I'm voluntelling you.
Yeah.
Just like Henry and everybody that can from our group to get out there and really, really build up and support this. Share this on your Facebooks, guys. Get over this. 230 now. I want to come back later tonight and see a bunch more followers than 230. Link. He wants me to do the link. I got to do this. Hang on. Let me copy this. Let's see. Copy link address. Okay. And then come over here. So, not type in fucking Cobble Mountain fucking Critter Festival, but make me fucking look stupid and old. You're welcome, Sparky. There you go, Beaver. Is that it? Is that the whole link? Holy shit! What did I send you? That doesn't say Pornhub anyway, does it? No. All right, we're good. All right, check it. All
Beaver
right.
trapping.
Beaver shots.
But this is definitely going to put New England on the map, man. I can't wait.
Well, no, I mean, you guys are dedicated to this subject, and not only this subject, like you said, there's going to be UFO talk with Matt Moniz. I just talked to him yesterday. He's calling me about another little production thing that we have going on. That
Next week.
I don't know when should we. Yeah, Sunday coming up. Yeah, we're doing. It's a town hall format, and then the episode will be a little more in depth, where I bring them actually out in the woods. So. But yeah, it'll be pretty cool. So a lot of that going on. Let's see, what's the date? June 7th, 2025. We have the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. You do not want to miss this. It's going to be so much fun, man. You're going to have the smell of campfire vendors unique vendors that you can go purchase things from. Wojo and I will be guest speaking on the back. What would you say? The back porch of this big, whatever it is that you said.
Stone mansion.
Something big and grand. Yeah, a fucking mansion in the woods, all right, bro? All right? Tell me you got some of that, right? So me and Wojo will be there telling our story. A lot of other interesting people will be telling their stories. And we'll be able to get to know more researchers and have that conversation and help our development and our evolution to kind of, progress, right? Because, no matter what you think you know or what you try to do, you hear that one sentence from somebody, go, oh, shit, I didn't even think of that. I do it all the time in my life. These guys are so broad researchers, and they're all out there, and they're like, hey, try this. And I'm like, oh, my God, son of a bitch. I didn't even think of that. Who said that the other day? That was it the girl Crystal? The girl Crystal said, leave up on the gift chair.
Ernie Gavrot would be.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be there. But to your point, what you were saying, when after talking with Ernie and a couple of phone calls, he's definitely got me thinking differently about language, communications, things like that, and just a whole different a mental picture instead of a monster. It's a different way.
Yeah,
and he, after talking with him in his episode with it, I was like, oh wow, this is instead of I don't know, it's just different. It's just like you said, somebody mentions a few things and it triggers something in your head and say, wow, maybe I should pay attention to that.
Yeah, and I've had people. Good, I'm sorry, I'm getting a glitch. Good, Ernie, what?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
No, it glitches, and I think he's done talking, and then it kicks back in. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, seriously, like.
No problem.
Like seriously, NASA. Hello, NASA? Yeah, Rick, what's going on? Yeah, your internet sucks. Oh, yeah, we know that. We did it on purpose because we hate you. Oh, okay, NASA, thank you. I just wanted the truth. Fucking stupid bitch. Anyways, are you guys still here? Sorry. I thought everybody left me. But I didn't even know what I was saying.
Yeah, I hear you. Something about
I think it's the AED, not NASA.
NASA got this. Hey, when it all comes down to it, they hired Von Braun from a German Nazi, right? And he started the space program. So you're not too far off, maybe.
Getting what I deserved, you know what I mean? So, Crystal, she said leave a bell on at the gifting chair.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh my God, imagine if you heard the bell again through the woods. Oh shit!
Oh, dude.
Right?
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, you do a whoop and you hear ding ding. Hell no! I'll be like, Wojo, this is where we do our
race.
race.
You hear that bell? The's an angel, right?
Yeah.
Rich, why did you put glue at the on the handle? Ding 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 ding. Can't get it off.
Oh my God! You get howls, hoops, Ohio howls, screaming.
Just put a tracker on it.
Yeah, well, that's a whole conversation we've had as a team too, figuring out how to do that. So let's just say we hope they don't poop it out too quick. You know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah, come out like wind chimes.
No, but the dude's addicted to zingers. I mean, it might be a possibility to stick a little boop in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Little beep boop. You know what I mean? Beep boop. You know? Put a Ring camera on that Hummer.
Oh, easy to.
Uh,
Is it
what?
done?
We have a Hummer. What Hummer do we have? What's he referring? Is he referring to a body part? What does that mean? Hear the bell flying. Yeah, hear the bell flying at your head. You see, they go, what is that noise in the dark? Things like ding, 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 doosh. Hey, I've been hit with an acorn from a mile away.
It's beaver calling.
Yeah, yeah. You should have a beaver calling contest while you're up there.
We're
Hey,
gonna have a
boyfriend,
Bigfoot.
Are you gonna have a Bigfoot calling contest?
Absolutely.
You are. Who's emceeing that shit?
We have Kathy. I'm gonna draw a blank. Oh,
That's all right. It's all right. Her name's Kathy.
Kathy.
And
Sorry, Kathy. Drawing a blank on your last name. But Kathy, we love you, and we're gonna have you as our MC.
so she's gonna MC it, and now does she do Bigfoot calls herself?
Sure. Yeah,
Oh,
we've been
shit.
we've been squatching together for years, actually.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I am excited.
She's
All right.
like the Bigfoot part of our team. You know, she's out there. You've heard of her, but you don't see
Yeah.
her.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
nothing.
and when you go out, you grab her. Absolutely. There's
I
actually
will-
Go ahead.
I will apologize to Kathy for not remembering her name.
I put you on the spot, Kathy.
but
Kathy,
I
listen.
will certainly get it right next time.
No, you know what you do is you take a big thing and make Kathy a feature spot on your page.
Oh, she
You know,
will.
emceed by Kathy, last
Mhm.
name unknown. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
All parts unknown.
Yeah.
It's looking at his phone.
Yeah, right. Where is that?
So, Kathy, I apologize.
Cumbra or something.
I've done that in front of a camera before, where I've hung out with them like a lot. I'll be like, I just done it. It's just human nature, dude. I wonder. So we were talking. All right. So I wonder if a Ring doorbell cam would reach to Richie's home. Well, Spocky, we've already had this idea for about 6 months now. The whole trick to that is you have to have internet in the woods. So once you get your Ring cameras set up, particularly 3 of them, as we discussed, you'd have to get a hotspot and put it out there somewhere to where each camera can tie into it. And then what is the value of a Ring camera? Is there less IR? Is there less vibration? Is there less frequency? What is going to be different from that than the camera? Here's the other beautiful thing, Tim. Actually, I just thought of this. I'm glad before we go. The camera we had facing right there by the chair, 2 different locations, right? We had it here and then moved it over here. We hit it more, and things end up missing, but there's nothing on our camera, right? So I'm like, all right, it's right in front. There's no way. How are the zingers gone? The peanut butter gone? But they would, whoever did, when they were doing it, they would take it away from the camera, behind the camera, so to speak, right? And then you find the zinger package is way off in the distance. You have to go searching for them, right?
Yeah.
So we took the camera out of the area and we put it way far away where it's nowhere near the gifting chair, somewhere else, right? And suddenly we go there and all the zinger wrappers are opened and right at the chair. The peanut butter top was screwed off yesterday and it's laid right on the ground next to the chair. It's not brought off into this comfortable area to go eat.
Hmm.
And how many years have you heard? I mean, think about this as a Bigfoot researcher. The old camera, right? The old camera fight. How come we don't have them on camera then? Or how come we don't do this or have that? Oh my God, is this your brother?
No, it's my cat.
No, not that. It looks. You see what your brother did?
Oh, there he is. Oh, thank you, Eric.
Yeah, Kathy Paremba Mitchell. Well, listen, that's not exactly easy. So it wasn't like it was Kathy Smith. I'll give you that, bro. Okay.
And Eric's watching. How about that? Hey, Eric.
Oh, hi, Eric. How you doing, buddy? So, or was that you acting like? I think Eric's dead.
No, that's Eric.
I think he took Eric and put him somewhere and hit him somewhere, like Weekend at Bernie's. And now he's acting like he's Eric, and he's over here with his phone acting and sending messages to our podcast to cover his ass. This is what I think is. Where are you, Eric? For?
Teamwork.
Come on,
Teamwork,
Paul.
brother.
Get on. For the love of God. Don't leave your brother Tim on the helm here.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
all right. So I
Kathy
don't know.
is our MC.
All right,
and,
cool. I can't wait to meet her.
She's been squashing for many, many, many years, and she's going to do a great job.
No, that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to meet her. let's see. Oh, that would not work with a ring system. Well, we don't know if we put it on the hotspot again. So my point is to the camera that we've had this debate for many years about the IR light, the frequency, what they can see. How come they're never on camera? Well, something is affecting them because they took the food. They took the food away. They took the food away from the chair to eat it.
No harm.
Come no harm. They took the food away from the chair to eat it when the camera was there, but when the camera wasn't there, they eat it right at the chair. Doesn't that say something? Isn't that an answer to some of our research?
Well, do you have a delay set on the camera? Is there a delay, from the initiation of a movement to the trigger to the actual photo? Is there a time delay?
No.
To the delivery to us, which makes sense through email. Through is it email? No,
Yeah,
so we have an app.
It's a Moultrie. It's a satellite camera that your brother Eric recommended, and so I got one, and it's very touchy. I mean, me and Richie can just walk by and boom, it's taken already within that minute, like about 10 pictures.
Yeah, it's live satellite. It's pretty effective.
Very effective.
That's the thing that's
I'm
been blowing
just
my
saying
mind.
that could be a reason why you don't. There's a delay in a setup of the camera where the target comes in and all of a sudden 1, 2, 3, click, your picture's on, and then it's moved. Meanwhile, that trigger has set it off, but it's taken whatever and moved, and then click, and there's nothing there. It's like you got ghosted. But there was something there because that's what triggered it. Now, fog does it, sticks, leaves, wind, shadows, clouds. A lot of variables move that stuff. So again, it's research, and that's you got some weird anomaly happening with wrappers in a new area after you move, or rather after you move the camera. It's just time in the seat. It's
I agree. It's just that like where the seat is, we're fine. All right, so where the camera was right by the gifting chair, there are like two heavily spots that they've been going. And it's totally away from the camera. Okay. So, but to Richie's point is that since we moved that camera out, we're not walking like 50 feet, 60 feet to find these wrappers or peanut butter or anything else that we put out there. Now they're leaving it like pretty much the wrappers right there at the chair, and the peanut butter is like maybe like 30 feet away. But I mean, they're comfortable where they're at. Like, they're comfortable. There's nothing watching.
I don't think that peanut butter was taken away by him. I think a raccoon got into that afterwards and pushed it away with his face. But the top of the peanut butter was left right next to he picked it up, unscrewed it, dropped the cover on the ground, went to eating it. Whatever's left, raccoon comes over, sticks his face in it, and walks across the forest ground. Which that's perfectly pliable. But the point is, if you eliminate the peanut butter and go right to the zinger, we have it through our lives, through all our friends on the side, the packages, and walking away from the camera, out behind, away, wherever. Get away from the camera, sit down and eat it, leave the wrappers and walk off into the woods. And then suddenly we're there yesterday. Now, mind you, here's the Friday night, we left there at nighttime. It was around 7-ish, we'll just say. And then we got back there Sunday morning, 9:30? So you have a very short window where this creature has to be living there. Because even if they're in our area, because we've been to all these different locations with activity. But now we've got it drawn down to within 24 hours, a little over 24 hours, 48 hours. We're not waiting 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 days to hope that Bigfoot shows up. I mean, this is literally Friday night we leave and Sunday morning gone. So he was.
That's awesome.
They were there somewhere between Friday. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So we had narrowed down. But I think to my point with the camera, it's been a long debate with people with this stupid friggin' game. So Wojo, when he wanted, you want to put a camera in, I said, bro, you were going to go insane with a camera, bro. I'm telling you right now, you were going to get pissed, you're going to get happy, you're going to get mad, you're going to get hopeful, going to get sad, it's just going to go gamut of things with this camera. I've already been here. I remember going to satellite. I had to go get that card. And I knew I had to go up by myself some days to get the card. And I'm a grown ass man, and I was a street fighter, son. I wasn't scared of jack shit, but when I was grabbing that camera, something was staring at me, and I felt it in my blood. And I grabbed that shit. I'm also an athlete, so I could run. I was scared. Like you could feel it, dude. It was in the air, you know. So there's something with the game cameras that is attracting them, and they know it's there. They see the IR light. I believe they can feel the frequency. And now I'm starting to get weird and start thinking, are they freaking cloaking? Because all my zingers are gone and he's not on camera.
Hey, all you got to do is catch it one time. You don't need them to be smart. You're probably only going to catch a dumb one. And that's all you need to do.
This is why I have a test.
We're playing it by luck, kind of like fishing.
Yep. I have a test.
Yeah,
I have a test.
No, really, it's.
You're right. It is fishing. And I have a test at 12:27 every day at PM in the daytime. And it just clicks. So I'm like hoping that stupid test. The test is the most important. I'm going to change the time up again and probably do it at night. And I'm just going to try to, just have it flick off. You know what I mean? Even if he's trying to control it or manipulate it or whatever they do, the test is going to be the test and it's going to go off. You know what I mean? I might even be able to make it test twice a day. You know what I mean? So where he thinks he can manipulate, well, at that particular time, it's going to go off either way. That's my point, So you try every little thing, man. I'm telling you, and I told you, Wojo, these cameras will make you crazy. Sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, again.
It's certainly not a favorite. Eric and I get, not me, Eric, his cameras get, he gets like you, emailed pictures all the time. And that, he's looking at, 50 pictures and it's the wind or this or that. A lot of people get these orbs. 90% of these orbs are dust, a bug, the light, refraction, things like that. It's not so much an orb, but they will float by and you see this odd anomaly and you say, oh, there's an orb. I guess maybe it could be, but they seem pretty tiny. So we've seen them in our in the footage that we've had, but they were tiny little. I would just kind of overlook it and not even think about it, to be honest. Right. But there's people that pick through that stuff and say, well, you got a Bigfoot, you got an orb, and you got this. I'm not there. The orbs that we saw were ginormous. They were, ginormous beach ball size. And they weren't these little things that went on a trail camera, like, a fleck of dust or some debris that floated across from a tree, things like that, a leaf particle or, and just the glint of the moonlight hit it just so it's, oh, there it is. There's all kinds of things you got to weed out of there's too much stuff in there to say, oh, it's this. You got to weed all through that stuff. So the camera's just one more pain in the ass to them.
It is. And that's why I think the recording has yielded a lot of things. And specifically, I think for me, the holy grail on the recording would be to hear that samurai chatter that I have heard and been a witness to from, 70 feet away, full blown conversation. That's what I want to get,
Didn't you guys just have a recording of some chatter or somebody, a door cam picked it up or some chatter? Wasn't there something?
Oh, yeah. There's a security camera across the street at, that was Matt Moniz, to tell you the truth. Matt Moniz called me and we investigated with Dave McCullough.
Oh,
right down the road from me, not that far from here. And we went and investigated that. I think it was about a year and a half ago. The guy across the street, the backstory behind that creepy son. A lot of people that are on here actually listen to that. The guy lives here, and his neighbor is across the street. So this guy that lives here, where I'm sitting, has a camera on the front left side of his house. The guy across the street is set it off to the right, so he has a straight shot to that guy's backyard. And it's all woods. There's nobody living there. And I guess he messaged the guy across the street and says, hey, I need you to come over here. I got to show you something. So the guy came across the street and he says, this is what I got recorded from your backyard last night, and played it for him. And the guy's sitting there like, Wojo, you went over there with me once, right?
Yeah.
The second investigation is when I found that 3D hot looking thing that I posted.
Yeah.
It looks and it spins around, and I showed you guys a lot of people that has leaves all littered on top of it. Yep. That was out back of the house where the security camera picked up the sounds. And not only that, I took a picture of this mud print, and I was with McCullough, Moniz, myself, and another researcher. And I took the picture because everybody kind of kept strolling. And it wasn't until I went back and reviewed that picture that I could see toes. And it was a print in the mud. And I didn't have Scaniverse then. I didn't even know about Scaniverse then. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I have it, and I actually outlined it in yellow so people can see it, bigger than it is, because I don't want to make it look like I drew a footprint,
That was the spot where all that water covered it, right, Rich?
Yeah, we couldn't get back in there because it was so deep in the water, but there was a branch above it like this, and there was a gap underneath between the ground and the branch.
Right.
And this print stepped right under it. You could actually see the branch in my picture, and you could see the toes. I got the picture. I'll share sometime with it, you guys. And so there's activity over there, definitely, for sure. And then you have that vocalization. The key to that thing is everybody listens, and you get the smart asses on YouTube and stuff. They don't listen. They're not researchers. They're just there to troll you. But if you put headphones on, the same with the blue van on my YouTube with the knocking, bang, 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 you can hear walking. You can hear the crunching of the football. Then he walks away. You can hear it.
Yeah.
You're just so tied into that noise that you don't go there. Put on your headphones and listen before and after. Be patient. Play it a couple of times. You'll get so much more information than just hearing the, It's crazy. Crazy.
Well, the cool part is you guys got a vocalization. That vocalization is a communication of some sort. Be it, I don't know what he's saying, but it's a communication. You don't make noise unless you're trying to do something. And so it's trying to communicate in some fashion. Our job is to try to figure it out.
Yeah, and it's a huge part of the research that people don't give credit to. For me, standing in front of there with Dave McCullough, listening to these two talk back and forth.
Right.
How many people could say that? How many people could say that? Even the people say, I'm a knower. Even like Crystal Panic goes, what? Like she's seen them and she's like, that's a crazier experience than mine. And I looked at them. Yeah. And I didn't even think of it like that, because I was in my infancy, But to stand there with McCullough and look at his face and watch his skin turn pale white, I kept going, that's Sierra Sounds. That's Sierra Sounds. That's what I kept saying to him because, here am I in the novice watching TV, learning shit. That's the Sierra Sounds. There's a squatch in the woods, just an idiot. But looking back, I don't realize how monumental that moment was in my life. And I do now, and I deeply appreciate it as a researcher who's passionate. You know what I mean? So, well, that's awesome. So we're gonna have you guys back on. We're gonna, we kick off Saturday night. Everybody, Saturday night show is gonna be about what we've been doing, right? So what I named it was something rhythmic. I said we're gonna be reviewing what we've been doing. How's that? That's the name of our show, Saturday night. Kind of give you a little insight on where we've been. We have a lot of, I hate saying the cliche. We got so many things going on. You know what I mean? We're on our own now. We're free. We're not on any platforms. We finished in the top 25% all over the world in Spotify last year. Thank you so much. Just to throw out a flex. Let's see. Ohio Bigfoot researchers. What's happening? I saw Tim stop by. Oh, Wojo. I forgot Tim. I'm sorry. Tim Gayhart stopped by. He wanted to know the name of the new logo, and I decided to go with what Wojo suggested.
Doug?
You want to hear this, Tim?
So I thought of
hang on. We're gonna name it the Missing Vogel Brother. Where is Eric? So tell everybody your idea. So everybody's gonna get an opportunity to win because I told them whatever name we picked, we would send them a T-shirt, right? So Wojo, being as nostalgic as he is, came up with this idea. Go ahead, co-host, speak.
So I picked Jackson. And Jackson is obviously his baby Jack, and it's his son. So Jackson, I thought it was a great name for him. And Richie, and I just told Richie, I go, I don't want the shirt, but you know what? Maybe pick the names out of who's involved, and I'll donate that shirt to that person, even though I did win it. But I think it fits well, and you know what? And if it hasn't been for Baby Jack to bring Richie the way, where he is now,
I never would have done this.
Never would have done this. So on his behalf, to my boy Rich, I just think a great name would be Jackson.
Oh, I second it. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. No, thank you. Thank you for your thoughtfulness, Wojo. So there it is. There's your answer to the new name for the logo.
Jackson.
His name is Jackson, and we'll announce it again come Saturday night. And all the people that participated, their names will go into a hat, and we're going to draw it, the name of the winner, and we're going to send them a T-shirt because Wojo works here. He can't win things.
Oh, no, I can win things, folks. But I'm such a good guy. Because I already have my merch. Go get your merch. So you know what? Go come by and stop by Banter with Richie B, and he'll pull the names that are involved. And hey, it's for you guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
I might just listen. What we're gonna do is throw all the people that have been in the show, on the side, throw them all into a hat, and then whoever's there Saturday night, if I see somebody new, I'm gonna fucking and whatever it is. So if you're not, be here Saturday night for a chance to win a T-shirt for the new logo name is Jackson after mine. Thank you, Wojo, for your thoughtfulness and your respect. Thank you enough. So pretty amazing stuff. So yeah,
so Tim, you're in, your brother's out. Sorry.
All right, no, I already told Eric that he wanted a T-shirt, and you're sending it to him.
Yeah,
one of my old ones.
Yeah, with the Richie B fire kit.
Yeah, but the weird part was when I was talking to Eric, I could hear him on the phone. All he kept saying, "Send who? Send who? Send who?" And I'm like, "Where does your brother have you? What has he done? What do you mean he tied you up to a tree and what? Put honey where? What do you mean there's a family of beavers around you? You have beavers everywhere? A 65-pounder, that's gonna hurt." So where are you on, Mr. Eric?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it tastes good.
Yeah. Yeah. He's probably got that gimp suit, so you'd have to open that zipper so he can breathe a little bit better.
No, do you ever have beaver soup?
I never had beaver soup.
It's a large rodent, but it's good. Goes down like pot roast.
Nice. That's right there, Jim. Pot roast with Tim. Beaver soup.
Good times.
Next it'll be Damien says next it'll be penguins. So
yeah.
Penguin soup. Penguin soup will be great. Tim, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in and hanging with us. I want to get over to the link that I put up twice. Let me refresh that shit right now. Let's go. I need those numbers up. So we're at 230 followers. Get over to the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival and hit that follow, man. All you got to do is follow. And then you can just pay attention. If it catches your eye and you're within distance, you can get your ass there. What do you think? Someone asked about me broadcasting for there, but that is so bad up there, right?
There is internet. There's internet where the vendors are going to be. I have, there's I don't think it'll be an issue.
So fuck it, let's try it.
You guys being, oh yeah, you guys should definitely do it. I know Josh is looking to do some podcasting as well with the animal podcast. He wants to do something. I know you guys up in New Hampshire when we were at that festival,
Shaman Fair Farm, yep.
Fair up there. Yep. You guys did kind of a walk around and meet and greet, and that was fun. That was a lot of people don't expect it. It's like, well, look at these guys, and it was it changes the atmosphere. It includes people. It makes it dynamic. So it's something fun. It's good. So
people do have stories too.
You guys out there, and then all the other guys. Josh is going to be there doing his podcast. He also wants to do a documentary, talking about a documentary up there. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So my motto is, serious. It's you must remain rigidly flexible.
Makes sense. You're right. You must. And you know what? We're going to air live from the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival, and I am going to get up and walk around and talk to people because I can't help my fucking self. I don't know if you noticed that. And then I would really like to consider the possibility of what we did at Charmin Fair Farm, get some legends together and go look for Bigfoot while we're up there at some point. Just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that would be
And
a
we
bucket.
got the New Hampshire Bigfoot Society coming down. Mike and Kelly,
Yep.
those guys will be coming down,
Yep.
and
And
they do
we're gonna
a very similar thing.
Yeah, and we're going to go down the list of everybody who's going to be coming. Every week you're going to know about it. I'll be doing lives during the week. I'll be doing my show every Saturday. And I have another show that I'm creating on my own that I want to do called Topics. And we're all just going to come in and do topics and research the topics live right on the air. So there's going to be all kinds of things about the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. Never enough, though. Guys, listen, please get over and follow this. Share this. Put it wherever you can put it. Invite whoever you can, even if you don't live in the area. Get it out there. Because New England is going to be put on the map. That was a discussion that we had with the Vogels a long time ago. We were putting New England on the map in the Bigfoot community and the Bigfoot world. Nobody has to travel 1,000 miles away. He's probably right in your backyard, my back. I know he's in my backyard. Ohio, Oklahoma, Alaska, British Columbia, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont. He's all here. It's just that there's areas of this earth that you think you know about, you do not know nothing about. I have walked around this 100 acres, I couldn't tell you for how many years. And I walked up to a spot the other day, twice last week, and went, I ain't never been here. What? So don't come at me with that bullshit. So please share this for our friend Tim, an amazing cause. Get these kids to put down those screens and put on those boots and go for a walk, man. They need the fresh air. We got to change that path, man. That path is going to lead us to the end. So make sure we can help. These little things like this is going to be a huge thing. But if you take it on the big scale, if we have 20 of these throughout the country, 30 next year, 40, 50, with the same mentality, man, we can make a difference. So please, Cobble Mountain Critter Festival, kudos to the Vogel brothers, our brothers, by the way, members of the Boots on the Ground Bigfoot investigation team. We love you guys so much. You guys are kicking ass. And I'm going to give you a hug. Just don't tell Tim, okay?
Okay.
All right. So
hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for all your support, guys. You guys rock.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're always here, brother. We'll talk to you soon. See you later, Tim.
Later.
Get your ass down here too, Vogel.
Yeah, Vogel, get your ass down
Get
here.
your ass down here.
I'm sick of his excuse. I didn't want to hear him. I love you, Tim. Love you, brother. No, I want to treat that one for an impromptu live, huh? Hanging out with Tim Vogel? Come on, man. You guys got to figure it out. Everybody on the side, thank you so much for hanging with us. A little long-winded tonight, but it was nice. I had to run it for 2 hours to see if I would get kicked off. I did lose my background. But usually when I'm on the other one, the StreamYard, when I lose my background, I lose my screen, and I have to log out and come back in. Now, I could log out and come back in and get my background back, but I don't want to, and I'm not going to, and you can't make me. So thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. Thank you for hanging with us. I'm going to work on the little glitchiness here and there. I don't understand exactly what's happening because I'm directly connected, but as you know, you've already heard my sad story. So the next stop is the laptop itself. Maybe figure out how to get a high-speed laptop, and maybe that's the issue. So bear with me. I'm trying to figure it all out as we go. These things do cost money. I have 83 kids. You know, unfortunately, the podcast is sometimes last on the list. But I do love hanging out with you guys. You are not last on the list. We love hanging out with you guys. We're not sure when we're doing another live in the woods this week. Do we know? Are we going out sometime this week?
Let's talk after. I already have a thought.
All right, he already has a thought, so stay tuned for that. Watch out for those updates. I'm probably going to pop back on like Thursday on here and do another one of these just to make sure we're ready for Saturday night, okay? We are going to upload some evidence. We're going to ask you guys to participate Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Standard Time. Make sure you're here and be part of this interactive podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to that YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Make sure you get the word out and have your friends like and subscribe. But I really would like to see the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival at 2:30 right now. If we could get that up to 2:35 even by the end of the night, that would make my heart very happy. It's for a great cause. Watch out for your drawing. Andy's saying Friday, so he's telling you he's free on Friday. But we'll let you know, Andy. Watch for the drawing on Saturday night for a free T-shirt because Wojo picked the name Jackson for the logo. But so you know he's such a loving human being. He wants to give it back to you because, you know, he already has like 20 different shirts of you don't need it.
Oh, I got mugs. I got beanie hats.
Thank you.
The merch.
Everything. Thank you. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you all the new family on Twitch. Please tell your friends and join us. YouTube, Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining another one of Banter with Richie B Productions. Catch me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all Banter with Richie B. And Wojo, well, I got to say, I love you, baby Jack, and I love you, mama. Wojo, take us out of here, bro.
Oh, real quick, Rich, before I do, we're also on Dark Round TV.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Rich. Won't you like
No,
it?
I got to get used to that stuff now because it feels so different here that I'm not saying all those other things. You know when you say 5 words in front of a word and then the other words fall right into place? I'm not saying those other 5 words, so it's messing me up. So listen. Join us on Dark Realm TV. We're on every Roku, every Fire Stick, baby. It's all over the world, man. Check us out. Go over there and subscribe to the Dark Realm TV, please. Let them know that you love us. Say hello from us. Please join that Dark Realm TV. Look for the app on the Roku TV and the Fire Stick, soon to be coming to Apple TV and all over. It's all over the world, baby. We are worldwide, and so aren't you because you're here. So somebody over in Japan right now, right? I think Amanda could tell you, is reading your name right here from the United States. You're famous. You're welcome.
And Power Stream, too.
Keep climbing, baby. Let's go.
Buy the merch. Keep climbing, folks. We love you. And boom, let's go. Oh, yeah. Check that out. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
God, you've been eating steak.